So I promised to show you my most walkable neighborhoods in the Boise area, but we got snowed in. And well, nothing was walkable for a while, but we're all cleared up now, so let's go take a look. What's up, everybody? This is Shawn Tomich with the Living in Boise group, and if this is your first time to the channel, then make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with everything there is to know about moving to Boise and the Treasure Valley. We're up to 1,016 subscribers, so we do need to pick that up a little bit. So help me out, give me a subscribe. You know you've been watching it, so just subscribe. And then hit the notification bell. I actually got a shout out last week. Mike said, hey, I just love it when I get notified when you drop a new video. And I was like, cool, thanks, Mike. Guess I'll give you a shout out. So thanks for giving me a comment, Mike. I really appreciate it. And thank you to all of you that checked out my last week's video with Ron. I really appreciate that I had the opportunity to finally introduce you to Ron and get to put a face with his name, since a lot of you that are my clients have worked with Ron, and a lot of you that will be my clients will hopefully get the opportunity to work with Ron, my local preferred lender. But I appreciate you checking out that video. I got some likes on that, a handful of likes, so I appreciate that as well. So take a second, give this one a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps me out, helps my channel out, helps everybody out. But if there is any other content that you're wanting to see, any other types of homes, if you're wanting me to go out and shoot a video of a home that has a double RV bay, or a home that's nestled up in the foothills with 5 acres on it, or something specific like that, or a specific neighborhood here in the Boise Treasure Valley, just give me a comment. I do check my comments. I do respond to them as often as possible, and I do try to get that content for you as often as possible as well. Thank you to all of you that reached out last week. I did have a handful of Zoom calls last week with customers that are interested in becoming clients and moving to the Boise area. I was so fortunate to get to work with Becky last week. This is just a video of me out at her home. I got to do the new home orientation for her because she was out of town when that had needed to be done, and we had to close last week. Hey Becky, I'm just at your house, just finished up signing everything up for you. Everything looks beautiful. They did a really good job getting everything nice and tidied up for you, so there really wasn't anything for me to even have to tape up or anything. So everything is going great. I just wanted to show it to you. It looks gorgeous, pretty exciting. I got to get out and get that done for her, and then next week, I'm actually helping out her kids, Ryan and Megan, and we're closing in Copper River Basin as well. So we got Becky, her dream home in Copper River Basin in Nampa, and then her kids as well, moving over from California, and just so stoked about it. So if you already know that Boise and the Treasure Valley is the place for you, or if you do have questions and for some reason you haven't decided it's the place for you, then just call me, email me, text me. Days, nights, weekends, myself, my team, we've got your back when it comes to moving to Boise and the Treasure Valley. Now, walk score is a method that's calculated from 0 to 100, and it's basically based on the walkable distance between the subject property, or your home if you wanted to consider it the subject property, the property, and then that distance between the walkable distance from that property to the normal amenities that someone would use in a typical day. So before last week's video, I did go out and I shot you a video showing you what Redfin says were the most walkable cities based on whatever list that they have. Well, what we ended up discovering was that this list was more than likely just put together from computer data, and someone might have put it together in a report, and someone actually physically did have to type up the final report. But what I can tell you is it was not a list based on anybody from Redfin coming and putting boots on the ground and actually walking and verifying this, because all it was really a tour of our older communities, our older neighborhoods that just happened to be close to things, but it really wasn't that great. But to be completely honest with you, the list didn't really do anything for me as far as helping me determine where I would want to live if I were coming into the state and coming into the city and wanting to use that as a reference. So based on what I know about living here, well, my entire life, and working in the real estate industry for the last 20 years, this is Shawn's 5 very walkable neighborhoods in the Boise Treasure Valley. So we are over in the Highlands right now. I've been out here before and I have filmed out here before for you, which is why I am back out here, because this is absolutely one of my favorite neighborhoods in the Treasure Valley. Because as you can see, it doesn't really feel like a neighborhood, does it? Which is what I prefer, but that's just me. You've got these amazing views. I mean, look at these homes up here sitting on the hill with absolutely beautiful views of Crane Creek Country Club golf course right down here. And then looking across at some other gorgeous homes that are sitting nestled in the foothills here. Just absolutely beautiful. So if you're moving to Boise for our outdoors or beauty, then the Highlands is an absolutely awesome area for you to call home. It's unique because the Highlands is comprised of about 35 neighborhoods that aren't on a new construction grid. The communities are very hilly and follow contours of the geography that it sits on. From here, you've got a straight shot to Bogus. You'll be snowboarding in about 32 minutes, or you would be down in downtown Boise in about 10 minutes, or golfing right there, like I said, at Crane Creek Country Club. I don't know why that is so hard for me to say. In 30 seconds. Or you could be at one of my favorite courses, Quail Hollow, in about 10 minutes. So gorgeous homes in here, absolutely beautiful. I love the geography, I love the hills, just one of my absolute faves. And the best thing about this is that you are a stone throw away from all of the hiking trails that you could possibly want to be at. Now, I cheated a little bit because this one's not really close to the walking amenities that Redfin would say, are the amenities, like, the real things that are amenities, like gas stations, grocery stores, things like that. Hospitals have to be close, things like that. But in Idaho, we also have other amenities, like how close are you to a hiking trail? How close are you to a golf course? How close are you to gorgeous views of our mountains? And so for me, I'm gonna consider this very walkable. So welcome to Lakemore. So we're in Eagle now, and I have been here a couple times if you follow my channel, which obviously you do since you're watching me right now. And the cool thing about Lakemore is this one is extremely walkable. And within a couple minutes, you could be at a movie theater, or you could be at a restaurant. I just stepped in the biggest pile of goose poop ever. Anyway, oh my gosh. It was bigger than a dog. Or you could be at a restaurant eating dinner, eating lunch, numerous options well within walking distance. You already also know that this is one of my, if not the favorite neighborhood of mine in the Treasure Valley for numerous reasons. But number one is because it's absolutely gorgeous. The homes in here are absolutely beautiful. Everything in here is well kept, completely well manicured. Yards are maintained. This is a gated community. When it started out, it had about 230 home sites to build on. It's probably about what they ended up with. They might end up with a couple more. I'm not 100% sure. Pricing in here, it really varies, because in the middle of June, May or June of last year, you would have been paying well over $1 million for anything in here, really. But right now, you can probably get in the 8s, maybe the 7s. I'd have to look, but most of the homes, and the really nice homes, and the ones, there's some beautiful homes with view property and with an actual view overlooking all of the rest of the community and the foothills, and you'd be pretty hard pressed to get into any of those for under $1 million. But like I said, beautiful neighborhood. They're still doing a little bit of construction, but there's not too much being built in here. You've got a community pool and clubhouse. It's winter, but we'll pop over and take a look at it real quick here. So, covered pool. And then a little play area for the kids over there. So pool, playhouse, clubhouse, gated entrance, walking paths, ponds, waterfalls, water features. It just really has it all. So welcome to Paramount. This is a very large master planned community here in Meridian. Over 700 homes in this community, 3 community pools. There's one right there. Nice little play area for the kids. You're gonna find numerous play areas, all sorts of stuff like that. But like I said, 3 community pools, clubhouse, fitness facility, miles and miles of walking paths, numerous parks, numerous water features. This is a community that if you wanna be plugged in and included and you wanna be a part of the community, this is the place that you absolutely wanna be. So that is why I'm showing you this one. I'll pull up right now on the computer and try to show you the community calendar so that it will show you that there's all sorts of events going on, especially in the summertime. You can come out and there's a movie night, so they do a big huge movie in the middle of one of the parks, and just all sorts of events and potlucks and neighborhood garage sales and just anything you could possibly think of. So just a really awesome community. Like I said, if you want to be a part of something that's large and just be able to go to events and have neighbors that want to talk to you and be social, then this is the place that you'd probably want to be. Values in here aren't too bad. This one right here, this little 3-bedroom, 2-bath, it's not on the market right now, but if they were to sell it right now, probably around $460, $469 maybe, somewhere in that range. They'd probably get around $460, $450 for it, is what I'd be guessing. But Paramount is absolutely a very walkable community, and you would love to own a home in here. So this community is called Red Feather, and it's directly over behind the village in Meridian, which is why I chose this community. This is a pretty decent community actually, but the community itself, the neighborhood itself, was not necessarily why I chose this and said, this is one of Shawn's most very walkable neighborhoods. But really, any of these communities that are over here by the village are absolutely walkable. This is actually the most amenity-packed area that you could possibly find really in our valley. Next to the village, everything around the village, you've got everything to shop at, everything to eat, everything is right in your backyard. You got all these walking paths. People are out here walking their dogs. That would be very walkable. And you are walking distance directly over to the village. You can see it peeking out right there. So there's a lot of amenities and features that make Red Feather and all of these communities by the village super walkable. This one's conveniently located right next to Julius M. Kleiner Park. And then, like I said, you're of course right next to the village. You've got a community pool, community clubhouse, fiber optics, and you've got about 380 homes in here. So it's not overly packed. Really nice homes, $400,000-$500,000 range being over here by the village. Some of them will get into the 6s and 7s, but typically about that average $400,000 to $500,000 range. There's a goose, sorry, ADD. So that was Red Feather. So I tried to time it so that we would get out here right at sunset, but we got close. I wanted to give you guys some different areas to look at. We've been up around in this area, but we actually haven't been in this community yet. And this is Hunters Point in Nampa. And there's a lot that I really love about this community. However, I will tell you that I did cheat, and this one is not super walkable by all the walkable terms, as far as, you know, you can't really walk directly to the grocery store or the gas station or, you know, anything like that. Everything is really close. You're not like super far out here or anything like that. But the reason I wanted to show this community was, and most of the communities in my list, were that they were walkable in terms of they all have walking paths, they all have views, they all are very safe, they all are close to really great amenities that things that are amenities to people like us here in Idaho, like golf courses and outdoors and wildlife, things like that. This community, Hunters Point, sits right on the Red Hawk golf course. I love this course. It is a challenging course, I'll tell you that. There's 185 homes out here, 5 faces in this community. It's absolutely beautiful. When they first started building out here, you could get in here for 3s maybe, but probably in the 4s. But out here now, obviously values have come down. You've got a lot of homes with RV bays in here, and just really nice homes. Anytime you're gonna have homes on the golf course, I mean, they're gonna be nice homes. So, but in here, you're probably 6s, 7s stills, probably in the 5s, but yeah, Red Hawk golf course. I ended up having to finish this up on my phone, as you can see, instead of my GoPro. We're gonna try not to get run over by this truck coming. Because I ran out of battery on my GoPro. So there you have it, a tour of what I would consider 5 of my most very walkable, I'm not going to say they're the most walkable, but most very walkable communities, neighborhoods in the Boise Treasure Valley. I ended up finishing up here out at Red Hawk Golf Course. Red Hawk Rim, it says right there. Still constructing out here. We still got a couple home sites out here that they're building on. If you want to be out here with freaking lake views on the golf course, I mean, come on. Just gorgeous. Anyway, listen, if you know you love it, you know you want to be here, or you still have questions and you're just not quite sure, just give me a call. Call me, email me, text me. Days, nights, weekends, myself, my team, we've got your back when it comes to moving to Boise and the Treasure Valley. We'll see you next time.